Hello. Yeah, I just saw your messages. Francis, so what happens last week? I'm just unable to use that. Unable to use and feedback all the mails. Means I never replied to all. I think from the Sunday evening I will start the work on because 1 week I'm not in the process of replying. That is why. So my voice is audible to you all. Pandas 3. So I haven't received any acknowledgement. No, actually, Rahul, I haven't worked on it. Last 1 week, I'm unable to use emails. So I'll check once again because this in this weekend I will start. Okay. And you know what? Actually, the last session, what we have done, log function till the log function we have done. No? So today we are going to start. I'll just mention here. Pandas log, ilog. Second, finding null values. Right, finding the null values, solving the null values problem with heal na and replace function. Okay, so today we are going to work on this one, and this concept will solve so many problems related with the data analysis. So hope so you guys are there, and you will get us so much knowledge today session, and even tomorrow session also most important one. So do not miss out. So the first thing, I will load the file here, import pandas as a field. Import pandas as a PD and data set is equals to pd dot read csv, right? So this one is important. I'll just find the path here. Hmm, which file we have taken the example as top data set. House price and I'll take here for global power plants. Okay. I have one new data set as well. So I'll use that. I don't know why I couldn't read CSV. Instead of having the past Excel. I also want to able to work with the function. can work with the function, but you have successfully done the reading files or not. It's important, right? So can I share this file? What do you think? .csv. Wait. I'll share this file. First, I will show you, then I will share. Okay. See, this is data set related with the global power plants. So every country's power plants we have here, that is in 35,000 almost, and 16 columns. So I'll share the file. I think, is it possible this file will share through the this one? I think from chatting it will not possible, maybe. Is it? No. But I will share to the team so they will manage easily. URL, right. URL is important. Maybe I can share you URL. This one. Yes, so got it. See, we'll first check about panda's work. You know what? The behavior. Here we have the country code, country, name of the power plant, capacity, latitude, longitude, and those are the 16 columns are there, right? So once I check the data set dot info, so info will help you to identify the objects instead of data types. Okay, so objects are there, floats are there, objects, and so many things. So every column has his different data types in it. So maybe this one will be useful. So once I done the data type, so just think about it. The maximum time, the identifying the work of problem statement means, if suppose what kind of problem statement, if suppose client is asking to you about work on the only as Afghanistan, work on only those are having less than capacity, means suppose capacity column is there, no, sometimes what will happen, capacity in megawatt, just imagine megawatt. So you will get in here about so many things like 920, 750. If suppose your problem statement is based on the less than, equals to, or greater than, by condition, so those are having, those, which of the countries those are having less than 100 megawatt, which are the countries those are having greater than 1008 megawatt. So you can create your problem statement yourself, like easiest way, but it depends upon us how can we solve this problem statement. So the last session we have done with the lock statement. Do you know that lock? Yes or no? And we are going to work with the lock, then we can move forward the step by step, right? So the data set, so I will use first here, so identifying after identifying, I will use here head, and you will get an 5-1. So first attempt we are getting here the Afghanistan, and in that, see, the log function we should have to work on, right? So what is the log function? Anyone knows? And that log function we are going to compare with the ilog. So do not miss this one. See, data set of, suppose if I'm getting here country, okay, you can directly get a column name. But the way I'm getting the country, similar kind of that, if I'm using log, then also it works. So how it will be? Data set. I can take the variable name data. Okay. Data set of data set into that double quote. You can pass, suppose country, okay, and equals to I will use only now I will use Afghanistan. Okay, see this one. So you are getting only Afghanistan's data here. So log function useful to support a conditional statements. So he will give the conditional like a equals to Afghanistan. If suppose if I want to use into conditional base like a less than equals to, that time you should go for the another one concept like, suppose I'm using here, um, suppose capacity is equals to data set and data set. If suppose it looks like an fast no, please let me know. If suppose I want to, I have to go slow or not, because so many things that today we are going to discuss. See, I'm finding the capacity, so we can pass the capacity on the condition. Okay, what is happening here? See, capacity. So I'm storing this into this. So less than equals to the capacity having less than equals to suppose 200. Okay, so check out data cap. See, the megawatt capacity is less than 200, so you will get on 200 only. So how can you identify that some part of unique values are present there, right? That is most important. So first of all, I will tell you about identifying the unique values. Then we should go for the forward, because if suppose if I'm using these conditions, we should know about the identifying the unique values, how many unique values are present into that particular column country, because suppose I don't know, so only we can see here the Afghanistan and Zambia, some kind of Zimbabwe is there, right? But we have to know how many countries are present. So that purpose you can use data set, and you can pass country dot unique. See, these are the countries are present here. So why I'm using unique function? Unique function is used for identify unique values in a particular column. Right. So particular column we are going to find out the unique values. and you can go like this is also means suppose data set and suppose country dot EALUV value underscore counts bracket. See, this is nothing but the particular country values. Okay, United States having the 9,833, China having 4,235 rows are present there related with the um, particular countries, because countries are present no there. See, dataset countries are present. So we already find out the countries, means those are the countries present there, but we should know about how many rows are belongs to that particular country. So yeah, this is United States having the 9,833 times in that particular row, particular column, right? And this one, this unique function, we can get unique values. You can use this is into where wait, the primary fuel is there, no? So I can find out the primary fuel as well. Check out. And wait, where it is that primary fuel, so that we can get the how many categories are present there. See, this power plant has an hydro, solar, gas, other, oil, wind, nuclear, coal, and all. This unique function helps you to identify the categories, how many unique categories are present into in data set, that particular column. So now, see, if we know that the particular unique values are present there, then we can easily use this concept. See, this one. And we can solve the problems as well, right? Megawatt capacity. Data underscore cap. See, and you are getting this much, no? So what will, so we don't know the count, no? What I'm telling you, we don't know the count, and even you will get a name of power plants as well. So what is the meaning of this name of power plants? Means Afghanistan having near about almost 5 to 10 numbers of power plants, right? So this will help you to identify the power plants as well as the countries related with that. So that is part of others, means finding the country wise and all. But conditions, check out the conditions the way I'm using here, right? And next thing that we should discuss about it, that is how we can use this log function. How we can use now log function, how the conceptually supports us. Let's go for that. Data set dot log. into bracket data set bracket your column. You can do same conditional statement and check out. So I'm passing country once again here. You can pass. See the concept that we have done here, similar kind of. So how this is different from the others? Check out. Country should be, suppose I'll take another one country, different country here. I'll take which of these countries that we have the highest numbers of categories. Okay, USA. So I'll use USA here. Okay, lock. And first I'll check. Yeah, we are getting that United States. Now, see, only related with the United States we are getting. How we define it? How the data cap is your variable, no? So whatever the data you have sliced down, that's stored into the data cap. So we have done the printing. Rahul, are you getting? Right. Here we are using lock function, and this is our condition. This is our condition. Now see, we can apply multiple conditions as well. How can we apply? Right. Not only we are passing the particular city name like equals and pass it down there. We can add the multiple as well. So how it possible? Let's check out once again. I will take once again this data set here because it's easy to get the data fast. So I'm using once again data and USA. I have given the name of data USA is equals to data set, okay, dot lock into the bracket. See what I'm doing here, into the bracket, data set of which column should be there? Suppose country, and country should be America. So America's which one? United States of America. See, another one condition I am passing here, and condition, and in that also can do condition with if country is in United States of America, and suppose primary fuel. So primary fuel we should add here. Suppose on the basis of how many types we have into the primary fuel. See here, nuclear and also. So I will go with the nuclear here. So I'll copy this one and we'll go to the nuclear. So we are finding USA's nuclear power plants. Okay. So this one helps us to identify nuclear power plants how many nuclear power plants are present there? See, we are getting nuclear here, right? So almost we are having so many nuclear power plants related with the USA having, and you will get in some sort of this one water code and all, so many things that. Are you getting the conditional work? Yes or no? See, I'm working on the only equals to and all. How to get the count of last query? Count means how many plants. Total result display. Count. Yeah, you can use like this one. See, 58 shape you will get easily, and you can work it properly, and you can store as well. So the way I'm getting, no, you can store into the CSV, and then you should work on it properly, nuclear plant and all. And not only you can pass the one condition, you can go for another one condition as well. So I'll use another one condition. How to put 58 to a variable means 58 is an count, no? How can you put? I'll use here solar, primary fuel, hydro power plant as well. I can find out. I'm confused about your question, sir. How to put 58 to variable? Can you tell me about this one once again?
Well, Abhay, it is like this. You count the shape of the last query you said is 58 into 16. If I want to have
I
iterations
got
to
you
be,
count here, but what count you want?
yeah, that's the count, right? There are 58 rows. So I want to put a for loop iteration for 58
Hmm.
times to
So
manipulate the data
make
over
this
there.
one work. And this one is USA 1. I'll give here USA 2 because problem statement is yes, I need to have a for loop for a dynamic. So you want to pass into the for loop that particular column related with
Yes,
the
yes,
power
yes.
plant names. What do you
Correct.
think?
Yes.
If suppose if you pass, then definitely you will get in. So these are the things. If you suppose one thing you should do, the one is present. No, this one is nothing but you are having almost how much shape? Sorry, wait, I'll tell you. 58. So if I'm passing into suppose for loop, so you want to count, no, you want to check the count. The 58 count is present, not an issue. But if suppose I'll put here the power plant names here, so that it depends upon us, means this one, and These are the power plants, and you can take, if suppose if I'm taking here variables, see it it is we can do so many things here. If suppose if I'm coming to work on the on this one, only see the working what I'm doing here. It will help you to do a lot more things with variables, right? I got an count here. You can pass into where, the looping structure as well. And wait, I'll do one thing. I'll use this. Yeah, everyone has a single approach. So 58 is correct. I think Francis sir, you got this point. Let's go for some more tricky things, right? But you have to work, everyone. I think you guys are there, everyone. Yeah, are you getting every point here? Hello. Just wanted to know between by when this class will upload it. Yeah, definitely don't worry about it. They will upload. This session is most important. Yeah, you can use, see this one. The value counts. This file will help you a lot because analysis purpose these functions are most important. Let's go for the another one thing. And value count shows the counts. Unique counts are present into particular categories in column. See, data, I'm using another one, example 1. Okay. Data set dot head I'm using because I want to see only top fives so that I can get it easily. Data set dot lock, and wait, now I'm telling you another one new trick here. You can pass the rows and you can pass the columns as well. So I'm passing here some rows with the condition you can pass, and without condition as well. So why not I use this America once again with some different approaches. Let's see. I'm using United States of America, this. Okay. And comma, see, I'm passing comma here. Double quote means we are passing here this power plant names. to this secondary, so primary fuel. I'll pass secondary fuel, okay? Secondary fuel. To secondary. See what I have done? This is my columns and this is my condition. The first one is in condition, second one is in column. Okay, so let's check out. If it is works, then it's very nice, right? Yeah, data x sorry ex1. See what happens here. You are having which country's data this is? Can anybody tell me which country's data we are having here? USA. Yeah, see, the log function gives you rows and columns concept. These are the columns and this is present your rows. But you are passing here, log function isn't very versatile. If you are passing here rows concept, or you can pass here conditions as well. And this is present your columns. So if suppose I'm passing here condition, what do you think? Is it possible to add more than one condition now? The way I'm passing the name of, the way I'm passing columns, is that possible? If I add here another one condition with it, yes or no? It's possible, yes, because because not only the way I'm passing United States of America, you can pass the capacity of megawatt, even you can pass the primary fuel. The multiple conditions should work here, right? And see, you can store the values as well. You can pass the multiple conditions and pass the columns as well. So if we know this one, what about if we pass like this? Example 2 is equals to dataset dot log into the bracket. Now I'm passing, see, by rows. I'm passing here by rows, comma, this one, all the name of power plant to secondary fuel 0 to 10. So it will come with the 0 to 10 or 0 and 10 only. So log function gives you with this, we can pass the conditions, we can pass the column names by rows as well, by column as well, and log will slice down, means slice down the anything. So you can pass the major concept like the model creation. The sometimes your client will say like you should have to work on the United States of America countries data, and capacity of megawatt less than 20 or 30, and primary should be a nuclear plant. So you can pass the data on it, and I want to see only capacity of megawatt, means you can pass the condition and see the column names. It's not like passing the all the conditions you want to show all the data, not like that. You can, it depends upon you which are the columns you want to see, but condition pass anything. So now I'm just going to work with the iloc function. See, the way I have explained you lock function, please go through that explanation, because in coming sessions also lock function will useful to you. Model creation, model making, conditional model makings are there. So lock function is important. Even now I'm telling you iloc. So iloc is also useful to you, but how the iloc will support you, this one I'm going to tell you. See, like fetch fill and name, why it's showing others names in data set. Actually you are passing here range, colon is there. If you haven't passed that comma and make a brackets, then only you will get in 2 columns. Rahul got it? iloc is works on the indexing basis. So how this indexing basis means indexes are there, right? And we can also use for the syntaxes like a from to end to select the endpoints and all you can use here. So let's go for that, try to work in, and then we can go to work on. So data lock 1. So I'm taking one variable, okay, data lock 1, and then I'll go here, data set dot iloc into the bracket. See, now the first part and second part. The first part is rows, second part is columns. So it's easy, right? Let's first, I will show you data set. Okay. So this is my data set. So first is in rows, no. So I want first 100. So better to pass here in 0 or something. I will pass here 101. So it will come up with the 100 points, or directly pass 100 will come over the first 100. Okay, this is on rows, and second one is in columns. So columns you are passing like ranges. So you can pass the column names like 0 to 3. That's it. See. So 100 rows and 3 columns. 3 columns means 0, 1, and 2. Who is in 0? Country code, country, and name of power plant. This one, check out 0, 1, 2. Are you getting that iloc function? This is my rows and this is my columns. Yes or no? So by indexing, you are going here. If suppose, see, if I'm doing like this, you have to give the answer. Okay, iloc function is completely based on the indexes. iloc example 2 data set dot iloc into the bracket colon comma colon. What is the meaning of this one? All data, exactly, complete set. So all the rows and all the columns. So this one we have learned into where list collection of arrays base of Python, right? And even array completion is also means numpy array. So now always identify, understand it. The iloc function useful to you when conditional slicing, like a indexing slicing. Okay, and here the difference between iloc and lock, what it is. In the lock function you can pass what? Conditionals based slicing. In the iloc you can pass indexing based slicing. Are you getting the difference? Yes, negative indexing also it works. Yes, nice question actually, Brian. See, I'll pass one only. Okay, So who is the data set and what is the last column here? This one, estimated generation gigawatt. I think maybe like this one. Okay, I'll use this one. This one. And suppose if I'm passing with the condition, means from to from, -4 to -1. See, Priyank, are you getting? And you know what, actually, not only this one, what about this? Is it possible? See, not only indexing part of this one. See, you are getting this one. You will not get, actually. Already I have told you all that negative indexing works when first element should be a bigger than second element, right? So hope so you got this point. And how to get all the rows, only column number 2 5. Okay, nice question. Yeah, wait, I'll tell you. Mhm. Example 3, and I'm taking here like this one. You can, is it possible with this one, 2 comma 4 comma 6? Oh, sorry, actually I have to print 3. See, yes. Yeah, iloc uses for the indexing purpose, and lock function uses for the conditional plus index, means conditional plus slicing. So this one is useful to you. So you guys are asking about why to use this lock and iloc. See, now I have only 35,000 data. Sometimes your credit card for detection or something bigger database, that time you will not go for the biggest, means data set, like a, so your simple query is there and you are working on the big data set. So instead of working on the big data, you can slice down the small data set in between that. If you are working on the America's data, then why should I take the other data countries data set there? So I will slice the America's data and I can work and solve the problems. Yes, it's correct. Okay, great. So now let's let's go for the some other works. And you know, iLog and log, you got it. At the end of this session, I will do the little bit quick recap about it. But now I'm just going to, okay, we have done a lot more thing. It is just, I'm just copying this and finding the null values. We are going to work on it first here. Okay, so let's go for the finding the null values now. Will help you to find the null values. Why to, the question is always rises, why to find the null values, right? That is important. Why to always find null values? Let's check out. Is there, I'm asking to you all, is there any thing that if suppose if I go for the finding the null values affect to our data set? Yes or no? And what is a null values actually? Priyank says yes, Rohan says no. Let's go for this null values. Data n1. Okay, this is my variable I'm taking here. Your data set dot is null. Okay, see, so better if suppose if I'm call this one, see what will happen, data underscore n1. So what we are getting here, we are asking to data set, is there any null values in your columns? Yeah, predefined functions are there. Is null. Is there any null in that? So if suppose you are asking to your data set, the data set is giving like an answer like C, false, 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 false. If suppose there is a secondary full data set, the column is having the null values, then definitely he is saying like true, true, true. So why this is different? Check out data set dot head. Yeah, no value, completely no values are there present. See, secondary fuel is there, no? So many no values, right? Null values. But you know what, actually you can ask like this one, the way I'm taking another one example I'm taking here, so that it will be easy to you. Dot is null and dot values dot any. Okay, sorry, n2. True means you are asking yes or no. You are asking just yes or no. So what do you think? What do you think? If suppose if I go with some calculating the works like T8 means you are asking to know. You are asking to the values are present or not. So if suppose if I'm passing like this one, then you will get in some values means present or not. These are the same. So you are asking them, is there any values are present? Yes, true, is present. If suppose in the data set there is not a single value present in another value, then definitely he will say false, present or not. But let's go for some more concepts because I want to explore some things, right? Check out. You are finding this concept is nothing but finding the null values. Okay. Check out now. See. So how many null values are present there? So you guys are thinking about your columns are there that much and all. Actually, this is nothing but your whole count. Your whole count, every columns. So better, why not I go like this one? Data set of, suppose if I go with the column name like secondary fuel or capacity of this one. Let's check out. Oh, sorry. This is value count is sums here. Wait. It is something is wrong here. Right. I want the counts. So, dot any. Yeah, true. And if suppose some of the values I never passed is none, no? False. So yeah, this column is not containing null values, and I will pass the secondary fuel because secondary fuel is having null values, no? Yeah, 32,992 are null values are present. Count we are getting, no? So that is why he has done that sum. Actually, I never passed that is null value. That is why he's shown that total count. But don't worry about it. Null values, let us say. So this one. Okay. So we can find out the null values, not an issue now. Not means finally we identify there we have the null values in particular columns and all and all. So what do you think? If suppose I want to add some values in it, what is the possibilities that what kind of possibilities that you can find? Yes, we have to find out the first null values. Any idea about that? Means what the thing that we can pass into that null values? The first thing you can pass the suppose mean values, average values. Is it correct what I'm saying you? The first thing, how to interpret the, yeah, we are going to kill null values, no? Now means we are removing the null values. So we have the fill any concept, we have the replace concept, but what are the factors that we can replace there? The first thing, you can pass the mean values of that particular. If suppose sometimes what will happen, there we have this two types of columns. One is numeric column, second is an string column, right? One is numeric column and second is numeric string column. We have to identify that how to, if suppose that country column is having the Afghanistan, and suddenly if you don't have an Afghanistan here and only you will get that country code is an AFG, right? So what you are going to do, you can easily identify that AFG is in country code and you should have to add here Afghanistan. So it looks like any easy, but sometimes you know what, capacity of megawatt is having null values in between, suppose this first row, and you have to pass the capacity of megawatt here. So how can you pass any idea about that? If suppose this data is having, this place is having null value, what are the facilities you can give them to place the new value in it? The first thing you should ask the authorities to the Afghanistan, there is an Kandar power plant. The first thing you can ask the authorities, first thing. Second thing, you can calculate the, yes, second thing, you can calculate the mean of that capacity of megawatt, whole capacity of megawatt, and check the mean value and pass there. Third thing, slice down the Afghanistan's data only Afghanistan's data, and calculate the Afghanistan's capacity of megawatt, and then apply it. Are you getting my statement? How to solve the problem statement? Do not go directly solving the problems. Just find out the ways, how many ways that we have to solve. Because the data science means data analyst is easy to data analyst has an easily approach that he can solve the problem with the calculate the mean of whole column and pass the values, but don't go like that. The solution of problem statement having the three or more types means asking to the authorities, passing the um, mean value, passing the minimum value, passing the maximum values, and you know that how to solve that problem means I can suppose I don't have an 10 here. Why I am taking this example? Because this is looks like an easiest work here, easiest column that you can identify, means understand easily. If suppose I can use the column of capacity, which one? This one. You can calculate the mean as well. See, this is my mean, 163. But if suppose suppose data set dot shape, sorry, not in shape, head, here we just imagine we don't have here this 10. So I am just giving you how many approaches you can ask. The first, you can ask to admin of particular problem statement who has in that problem. You can calculate mean, you can calculate, I can write here max, mean, median, right? Even you can calculate, you can slice the data or create model. Model means slicing the data, and after slicing data, you if you are getting one particular data set, no particular file, that is nothing but your model, right? And create a model and store it into a CSV. Okay, and then you should work on it. So approaches for what is this? This is nothing but approaches to solve null values, right? So now I'm going to use some concept. The first is fill enable function. fill NA function. Okay, first is fill NA function. So how can I use fill NA? Can we fill like a name or number to null values? If suppose if you fill to the null values, you should have to identify the first column behavior. If suppose capacity of megawatt, you are passing any string in between that, what is the use of this then? Are you getting Rahul? It depends upon your column's behavior. If suppose he is getting the megawatt, then you can replace only megawatt with it, right? Fill NA. Fill NA having the two parameters, right? So what two parameters that I'm going to take? Fill NA value. Data null variable. Okay, data set of. So we can work directly on the data set, not an issue. So data set dot fill NA. Okay, and NA is nothing but null values. So we are filling the null values. Okay, so if I'm using here data set, then it will affect to the all the data, means all the columns. If you are passing any column name there, then it will affect that particular columns only. So I'll pass here the only one column to identify this one. So we are having here secondary fuel. So should I pass here this one? Yes. Okay. Fill NA, and fill NA is I'm passing here 0. So we don't know the secondary fuel. If suppose if I go for the internet, what is the secondary fuel for power plant? How does the power plant uses the secondary fuel used to nuclear power plants? Crude oil. C. So I can pass here double quote and crude oil and comma. See, the second parameter I'm just passing, that is an in place is equals to true. In place is equals to true is nothing but whatever the we are doing the changes, that will be affect to the particular data set only. If suppose if I'm not using this one, then directly affecting to the particular data set. So whenever I execute, so before I execute, are you getting what I'm doing here? This is my filling the null values. Where there is a null value into the particular column, that will be changes with the crude oil. Are you getting? And in place is equals to true is nothing but you are, if suppose if I am not passing this one, this will not affecting to the original data set. If I'm using in place is equals to true, this changes will affect to the original data set. Got it now? So I'm changing, yeah, replace the original data set means that particular data set we are taking variable, no, it will affect to this one, else we have to take one variable here, then this will work on it. See, are you getting here? Crude oil, you know what, actually you can give the name to like user as well, means you can pass the user input here, you know that. Wait, I will tell you here, data null one. Okay, this is my variable and I am removing this input true. I'll pass here a is equals to input into bracket, please enter the uh, value. Okay, coolant, and I'll pass here, instead of crude oil I'll pass a, and here I will pass a column name, different column names. So I'll change the column names. Who is having another one null value data? That is other fuel. So I'll use here petrol. Okay. So when I execute now this one, check out what will happen. So which I'm using column? Other fuel one. If I execute check out, I'll add here diesel or pit. Diesel. Spell is correct? Yeah, diesel I will pass here. Diesel is correct maybe. Hmm? T-I-E-S-E-L. Okay, thank you, Rohan. Diesel. Okay, and if I hit checkout, this is executed. I'm taking this once again variable checkout diesel. That data is having diesel. And if suppose if I'm using data set checkout, this fuel is not affected. Why? Why this is not affected? Can anybody? Now you got the point. See, this is very quick, right? If you know the syntax, no, if this is works very well, you have to know what is mean by in place. In place is affecting on the original data set directly instead of taking in the another variable. Yes or no? What it? So you know what, actually the way field NA works now, you can remove the NA values as well, but the NA values affects on, if suppose if I'm using another one function that we have the drop NA. So drop NA will affect to the all the rows. So that will, that I want to tell you. Wait, I'll tell you. Field NA. see the way I have changes. If I this diesel fuel and owner of plant. So how many columns are there related with the generation, growth, generation data set? Wait, I'll replace this one as well. Okay. Tool 2. So just I'm doing the randomly so that I can remove the null values. That is why I'm just passing this one. Fuel, petrol. Okay. This one, this is affected. Another one I'm taking which column that is? Which column that is? Date. I'm just passing the date randomly here. One slash okay, and which column it is? Owner of plant. Here I'm just passing here Python. Okay, I'll pass Python. Changes can do. Okay, now I'll use this much only. Let's check out if it is affected or not. Owner of plant, instead of taking this one, I'll pass here data set. Yeah, this is affected. Now, once you've done this one, this is possible to slice down the data with your ilog function and log function. So you can slice down the properly data and easily you can get it. Even you can calculate sum, mean, max, minimum, calculate the column minimum, maximum, and mean value of that. But the point is that how can you replace values? So calculating the null value, say, wait. If suppose this generation of growth column, we are going to replace with the mean, then how can I? Yes. Data set of, I'm replacing with the mean. Okay, let's check out. I'm replacing with the mean. So mean means we don't have their mean capacity. I can take the mean of capacity. See, there is a not a logical changes I'm doing here because I'm replacing the mean of capacity with null values, means null values with the mean of capacity. I'm calculating the mean of capacity. Sorry. Why? Because we cannot calculate the generation of growth 2020's mean. We don't have their values. So round. round figure values, we should have to take ABC is equals to AB dot round, and I'll pass here to round function. How to go for the round port numpy as a np ab comma 2. Okay, that, so this is capacity of mean that will be stored into the ab, and ab comma 2 that will be stored into, means 2 is nothing but your how many round values should be there, right? So means ending values, so that will be abc 163.36. And instead of that, if suppose we go for the only this one, we will get see, are you getting my point here? Here I am using numpy for this one for rounding, so that I can replace these values. So how can I replace? Once again, I'm taking data set, and I will use that column. Which column? This, I don't know the meaning of this one, but for the understanding learning purpose, I'm taking, and dot fill na into the bracket. You can pass this abc, okay, comma in place is equals to true. Yes, are you getting my point, everyone? This point, if suppose if we go for some, this one means the filling value is this one, and second example, second content, can we calculate the one line mean, median, max? Yeah, you have to do practice. Yes, only calculating the mean in one line you cannot get, but you should have to calculate the mean, median, max individually by column wise. Only where null values is there will be replaced. Yes, yes, I will tell you now. Not only null values you can replace, you can replace the other values as well. Why null values? I'm telling you because so many cases data sets having null data, so we should have to know about this one. So last point I'm taking here, replace function. Okay, replace function. What is the replace? Replace is taking three variables, three parameters. First one is an identify that particular variable which you want to replace, and second one is which that value, second value, you are replacing the first value, like that. Let's go for that, how it looks and how this function will be useful there. Dot replace into the bracket. If suppose I should have to use here the name that you want to replace, Afghanistan, comma, Afghan. Here also you can pass in place is equals to true. So this is original name. I'm just replacing with this one on this countries. And in place is equals to true. None. Why this is not working? Let's check out some changes. Should I have to made or not? Maybe. I think have to make this one is out of the brackets like this. Now it works definitely. Yeah, see, replace this first, second, and third one. You know what? Actually, you can take the two variables as well. Zambia. Actually, I don't know the Zambia. Zimbabwe is it. So which country it is? Still, I don't know. Yeah, working with the regular expressions, sir, we are going tomorrow, right? Definitely. Not only regular expressions, we can go for the slicing as well. Definitely. If suppose if you are going with the multiple, then you should have to pass their two times you have to work on it. Afghanistan and Afghanistan spelling. That you have to match up all the cases, right? But we have to find out no first. Afghanistan means find apply the slice down first, apply the unique function, check out the how many Afghanistan means variations are there, and then you should go for the working, right? It works actually. It's easy to work. The second thing I would like to replace with the null values. Null values, not a null values actually. We should have to go for numeric values as well. Let's go for the numeric values. Replace, we can take which column it is, which column that, but replace with the some values. Mm, I want to replace with the 10, comma 11 in place is equals to true. Yeah, it changes. Means numeric also it works, string works, right? And if suppose it, I want to change with, you want that regular expression, no? So little bit tricky how we are using it. I want to change here dash new NEW. Let's go for this one. Data set Zambia underscore new. No? So I'll use that country column once again. COUNTRY country and replace and I want to use underscore new. Is that only new or new? Okay, new. Comma. I'll pass here city, Zambia city like that. Okay, and in PLACE implies is equals to true, and comma regex is equals to true. See what I'm passing? Regular expression regex is equals to true. See, it should be a space, no? In that, if suppose if I'm passing a space like that, then definitely it works. But now this is affected for this Zambia city. Regular expression, regex is nothing but regular expression. It works, it finds the characters, numeric values from this expressions. Are you getting my point? Regex is nothing but regular expression. See what I have done. Once again, I'm just taking this example. I'll pass here what's the last, what's this latest, this file would be uploaded, I think tomorrow evening. I will upload today only. I will today evening I will upload. I will share. Wait, I will do this last point here. I will make some changes into city as well. And regular expression is nothing but your collection of some expressions like a dashes and special characters, unicodes. These are the nothing but your regular expressions. Characters, patterns, that is nothing but regular expressions. Right. See, I'm replacing the city, okay, with the FC, Zambia FC, like that. So city is there no into Zambia. So we will replace the city with the space FC. Let's execute. See, Zambia FC. Yes, if you go through the all the contents today, what we have done, no? These are the most important topics and contents that we have taken. Many exercises you have to done, many assignments, go for some data sets. The way I am just passing here, no, these are the data sets. Go to the data set here, check out the CSV files. See, check out the CSV files, go for the application, all these stuffs, topics and all. Because tomorrow's session, those are joining tomorrow's session directly, no, they will definitely will not understand anything. So first go through this one, right? I think hope you understand today's session. Yes or no? Let's we do the recap quick and then we close the session, right? Let's go for the quick recap. See, today we have seen the lock function. What is the lock function? Lock is collect. We can do the conditional as well as the indexing slicing as well. But see here, we can do like this without lock, but you can go with some locking concept like this one. See, this one, right? And with the lock, you can pass the conditions, multiple conditions. You should pass the AND function, and yes, that is important. And then see here, you have passed here multiple conditions. Then value counts is nothing but counts that how many categories that we have into the particular column. Okay, counts also we are getting. Then we have seen with the lock, here we have assigned this one is in condition, second one is in column. Don't forget this one. Don't forget this one. Okay, condition column by rows by columns using lock. Then ilock we have used. Why should I use the ilock? Ilock is completely based on the indexing. So you can pass the rows index, columns index as well. Then we have some examples as well. Then we move through the NA values, finding the null values. So apply the directly is null function on that. You can get it how many null values are present or not. Even you can get the any value, any function as also. You can count you can get the count also. With the sum, with the any, you can understand the true or not, means present or not, like that. And this one you will get in count. See, then we entered into where solving the problems with the null values. You can calculate the mean, median, mode, and replace the null values with it easily. And then we have seen same concept here. See, I have replaced with the string value, even I have replaced with the integer value as well, right? Then we have seen this interesting fact that using user for the replacement, then we have seen fill any values, like filling the values with, sorry, not in this one, with the main, this one, with the Afghanistan means replace function. Replace is used for the replacing the values that present into that. So this is directly replacing. And the last example that we have taken now, that is for the regular expressions purpose. So if you want to go for the particular new replacement only, so we have seen here new and new, you should have to add only regex is equals to true, and he will remove all the contents from this one. All right, then we have ended up with this example. That's it. I think that's all for the today's session, and tomorrow's session also we are going to enjoy. And thank you so much for joining. See you tomorrow. Take care all. Bye bye. Thank you.